Hey, it's Max Carter,
and Nick Bernacci at Sirius Software.
and in this video we will be showing you how to add a new employee.
Let's take a look.
We will begin by going up to Setup, down to Employee Setup. Now the first thing to notice about this page is that all of the employees are under subcategories. For example, Admin, CSR, Production, and Sales. To add an employee, suppose we are hiring a new customer service representative. Let's highlight CSR and select New Employee. On the New Employee screen, only the fields in blue are required, which is standardized in Control. Let's enter a name. We'll name him Will Signmaker. Below you can define the group, their position, their department, if they have an email or not. Under Use of System, you define what they do. Will be an active employee. He will not be a salesperson. We will show him on the time clock, we'll create a calendar, and we'll show him on line items. Now if we look above again, we can see who they report to. Let's say they report to Max Carter. We can add in a phone number and a fax number. And under Reports menu, we can decide whether or not they see all reports or only production reports. Now typically users will be set to all reports because production reports only allow you to see a small fraction of all reports. They do not allow you to see sales reports, estimate reports, commission reports, and many other types of reports. We will leave this on all reports. Below, there are fields to enter license number, tax ID number. You can also fill in whether they are a regular employee, a contract employee, they're on leave, or a prior employee, and the hire date and termination date. Naturally, these are all optional fields and do not require information if you do not want to enter it or if you do not find it helpful. The next tab is the area where you enter any personal information, such as home address, city, state, province, or birthday, or personal phone numbers or number, and any emergency contacts. The next tab is simply a place where you can store their signature and an image of them, and the last tab is simply a schedule. Up at the top, there's an option to include in payroll if you're using the Sirius payroll module. If not, this will simply be grayed out. Now that we have filled out all of this employee's information, let's click Save and save this employee. A pop-up will come up that will inform you that in order to use the time clock, this employee must have a username. Now if you decide not to create a username, it will simply remove this employee from the time clock. But most employees clock in and out on the time clock, which is extremely helpful, so you'll probably want to create one. Let's click Yes. First, you must create a temporary password for them. Now the next screen that pops up, you will be able to enable the user to log in. You can also force them to change their password on the next login. Down below you can check and log into Control and their license, full or partial, and then a security template such as standard or administrator, shared user, advanced user, etc. Typically, if they are not going to be an administrator, you'll leave them at standard. Let's select OK and finish creating this employee. Now as you can see, under CSR we have a new employee, Will Signmaker. Keep in mind that the subcategories do not change the security setup at all. They're simply for organization and job description. Now in order to add a new subcategory, let's select Company and New Employee Subgroup. Simply name the subgroup. We'll call it Development and save it. As you can see, there is now a subgroup called Development. Now when editing employee information, simply select the employee, go up to the top right and select Edit. Now once you've clicked Edit, you can easily edit all of his personal information, including the group he is in. We can easily move Will from CSR to Admin, Company, Development, Production, or any other group, but we'll leave him in CSR. Alright, cancel that. Now if you wish to edit security information or login information, you'll come down here to where it says Security Info and select Edit User. This is where you can change their security template and their login information. Let's click OK.